we see this as the calm before the storm. Well, we entered 2022 with the second anniversary of the pandemic, continued supply chain shocks, economic and geopolitical anxieties, and a relative lull in anti-bribery and corruption enforcement activity.
The extraordinary past year is reflected in Kroll's 2022 Anti-Bribery and Corruption Benchmarking Report. Kroll's managing director in our compliance risk and diligence practice, Mariellen Davies-DeMarco, examines key findings from her Washington, D.C. area office.
Well, in past years, we have focused on the growing complexity of risks and anti-bribery and corruption compliance. This year's report maintains that focus, but with an additional emphasis on global regulatory frameworks such as sanctions regimes, the inclusion of ESG factors in the ABC compliance programs, and the use of blockchain technology. But while this survey was being conducted, Russia invaded Ukraine. Governments had an unprecedented level of coordination and unity to punish Russia economically through sanctions, many of which have targeted the beneficiaries of corruption. So while it's too early to draw conclusions from what this means for ABC programs in the long run, we can be certain that this is another factor for global uncertainty.
Cyber risks remain a major threat to respondents.
Cybersecurity concerns will be the top risk that is going to keep compliance officers up at night. And I think organizations need to continue to invest in cyber hygiene and promote best practices when remotely onboarding third parties.
And crypto and blockchain are increasingly important, and Kroll is uniquely positioned to provide expertise.
Kroll has been in front of that increased interest and also recognizing the risk that it brings. And it's one of the reasons that Kroll, as an industry leader, always pushes things forward. It anticipates what the risk might be.
This year's report includes insights from 700 executives across the globe. Learn more about Kroll and our experts like Mariellen Davies-DeMarco by visiting Kroll.com.